Hello, it's me, mayohosko. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. And yesterday I filmed a total of 13 and a half hours of live streams because I desperately needed to sort Lego. I've been procrastinating the past month and I finally sorted a lot of things. I reorganized a whole drawer, in fact, and that definitely made me tired. And I wanted to be opportunistic with the amount of hours I went because in the past 72 hours or so, GJ Bricks didn't go live on Friday night for me because apparently he was playing the new Halo game. It was the bye week for Studden the Dud. Um, by the way, go check out and subscribe to the Studden the Dud YouTube channel. Then both Tasman Bricks and Adora Build, channels of which you can find in the description of every video. Not every live stream, but every video on the mayohosko channel. They didn't go live for various reasons. And so, because I'm working 9 to 5 now, I thought, you know what? Why not have an epic live stream bonanza yesterday? So, it was totally unexpected, and I didn't expect to do as many hours as I did, but I did. So if you didn't watch those live streams, feel free to go back and watch those live streams after this live stream on the replay. And I want to do some more sorting, but if we don't have any guests that pop up in the next half hour, I will be ending this live stream short. That is the one condition. So, hello to StreamYard and Dan Smith. Hey Mayo, since I didn't want to be late, I thought I would try to be unlate. Yes, thank you. So now we are literally just waiting for guests. And a bunch of people have seen my invitation. Just waiting to see if they will come on in. In fact, I'm going to make a lot of people laugh. I'm going to go raid a backstage. I'm going to go and gate crash. Sorry. Stop it, Siri. I'm going to go raid a backstage and get their reaction. This will be funny. I guarantee I'll make a lot of people laugh. But let's do it for the longs, hey? Just making sure my mic's working. Let's give myself a funny name. Let's call myself Raider Nation. But I am by no means a fan of the Los Angeles Raiders.
The other night, don't you be selling yourself short, my old China.
Hello, I am gate crashing your backstage, Yeti.
What the hell is Raid Nation?
It's me, Mayo Hosko.
Aren't you live?
Yes, I am live.
Excuse me, don't come in here getting eggy.
I knew I'd make you laugh.
Once again.
I'm going back to my live. Okay. Dan Smith says, sorting is such a pain, but we all have to do it. Exactly. And when I was sorting, I was able to consolidate so much Lego that I opened up a full drawer. So I was able to put in some new pieces and get them out of a black box. And I need to do something. I need to put the ticker tape up. There we go. And I need to change. Oh, hang on my mobile. I can do all of this stuff. Well, I should have done this at the start of the live stream. Well, I should have done that at the start of the live stream. I didn't know I could do that via mobile. Well, I guess this stream wasn't so pointless after all, because you know what? You'll learn something new every day. And hello, Cliff. I legitimately didn't know I could do that. I thought I could only do that on my computer. That is nice to know. I didn't think I could do that. Well, that is very, very nice to know. And if we don't have any guests in the next 27 minutes, 23 minutes, I'll just end the live stream. Yeah, lots of people. What's going on Twitter? I see Cajun Yeti's been active on Twitter. And I saw that Miss Amby liked some of my stuff last night. What's this YouTube notification? One of Cajun Yeti's Clickin' and Brickin' episodes. Speaking of which, I need to tell everyone that I'm live. So I need to go to my live stream, then I need to share the link. And then I need to go back to Instagram. And I need to say that I'm live. Where are we? Come on, Instagram. Quick. There we go. I'm live. Everyone out there on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter will now know. Come on, what's going on? Come on. Hurry up. There we go. Now that's better. Sweet. I need to delete old posts now. Because I end up deleting a lot of old posts. And we've got our first guest, and it's Matt from Brooks Bricks.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hello, everything's going good. I very much enjoyed your being on your live stream last night. It was very entertaining.
Thank you. It was a good time for me this morning.
Yeah.
In the interim, I went to the Lego store today and picked up some pick-a-brick that I have to sort.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna sort right now, then I'm gonna sort right now as well.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Nothing really special here, but they had a few new parts at least on. Whoops! If I can get this to wake up again.
Because I see some looks like I see some medium nougat masonry bricks.
Got these gold pieces. I got a few of these guys here. Various slope pieces. And some inverted slope pieces.
Time to boot up my laptop.
And let's see, what else did I get? Oh, and I did also grab, because I was able to fit this new cup, a bunch of these 4x12 red plates.
Oh, yeah. If only they still made 4x10s, Brickzar would be saving a lot of money right now.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with these, but I figured why not?
I always see those pieces on the pick-a-brick wall.
Dan Smith saying hey to me. What's up, Dan Smith? Get my sorting bucket here. I have lots of ASMR with pieces dropping into a bucket. Oh, and this is the other one. Yep, that's why I couldn't find it. These little guys here.
Once I get up StreamYard on my laptop, I'll be able to hear everyone much better.
No problem. It's nice for me when I go to the My Lego store to pick a brick. I think I shared this on one of my streams once recently, so I don't know who may have caught that, but because I go in there so much and they all know me, basically I can walk in with one of my own cups, and I bring in one or two of these. I can get one out here. I bring in one or two of these small Lego paper bags that I have saved from other purchases. And I go up to the wall and I just start filling up my cup, and then I dump it into my bags. And I can usually get like 3 or 4 cups, very generous cups, into the bags. And they don't question me on it. So I'm a little generous with my fills.
So do they go to the back and get pieces for you?
If there's anything special, they will bring out boxes of new stuff. But unfortunately, there's not been anything really significant in a number of weeks, if not months. So usually just whatever's on the wall, I'm just going up there, and they have a couple like scooper things. I'm just going in and digging out things and grabbing plates and all that stuff and just stacking. And they don't care if I'm there for a half hour.
On, what's going on? Here we go. Stop being so slow. Come on, hurry up. What connection am I on? That could prove fatal if I'm on the wrong connection. Okay, I'm on the right connection. And hello, Will Harper. We missed you in the chat yesterday. We really missed you.
And since I am able to just dump all my stuff into bag.
Well, we've got another guest, and it's Will Harper. Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. How are you guys doing?
Hello, Will Harper.
How are you?
I think
Do I know
we're both
Matt?
trying to sort Lego.
I see Matt Brooks. Do I know this guy?
You may have heard of me.
Hey, Thomas.
I don't know. There's so many people in the community. It's starting to get confusing. Who was that you were just talking about? Thomas Davey. Hey, Thomas Davey.
What's up, Thomas
Hey,
Davey?
Dan Smith. Hey, Click and Cliff. Hey, StreamYard Duck. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
How is everybody doing?
I'm very tired because I streamed for 13 and a half hours yesterday.
And he's back on again.
All right, need your opinion. What color do you like, and what kind of decoration do you like out of those?
What's the
I like the red one on the left.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that too. Even though I have more of the gold, but I can get more of the red.
Hey,
So
Taz.
I'm gonna get more of the red then. Okay.
I like the red too because I use that in my Chinatown, and it definitely stands out.
Okay. All right. Do either of you know anything about Star Wars at all?
I
No.
know the franchise in terms of Lego, though. I don't collect anything Star Wars
Well,
related.
no. I just like if you've ever watched the newest season 7 of the cartoon of Clone Wars, like when they show you the city of Coruscant.
Oh, yes.
It's like Vegas mixed with like Washington D.C. mixed with slums, like depending on how far into the city you go.
Look into the underground and all that.
Right, like because I mean, it's like blocks built like our blocks, but then more blocks built on top of that, and the city is like hundreds and hundreds of feet tall,
Right.
and like each one's a different level. It's not like you have to go all the way to the ground to move to the next building. You can go from up top. But anyway, there's a lot of like neon signs and like cool colors and stuff there. And then there's also still plenty of gray and drab, for Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get people's opinions because I want to know what I'm going to use when I do this. I'm starting a Coruscant mock here soon.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I thought it would be awesome.
I'm sure it will be once you finish.
Well, majority of
Hey,
yesterday's...
good.
Hey, Taz,
majority-
man.
Yeah. Majority of yesterday's live stream was fueled to you by Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, do the Dew. But majority of today's live stream will be fueled to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, it's the real thing.
Mayor, are you getting paid for this?
I was just getting ready to say, Mayo, if you're not getting money for this, it's great practice and all, but screw them. Don't do no product placing until they're giving you a paycheck.
I like to talk about products that I enjoy drinking.
I mean, so do I, but whenever I bring up deer urine, somebody looks at me funny and I gotta, oh, wait. Just kidding. I don't really do that, obviously. That's nasty.
Yeti, what's up, Yeti?
What's Yeti doing?
He just dropped in to say hey, so I'm saying what's up.
Yeah, I haven't seen Yeti or Cliff in like a minute. Like literally a minute. I was just streaming with them.
Cliff joined my live stream that I had this morning for a little bit. Dropped in to say hey.
Yeah? What happened? Did he leave when I showed up or something? Because when I show up, he always leaves.
No. He came in,
Okay.
I think, I don't know, half hour or so. And I had to cut at 11 a.m. my time because I had to go out to do other things. But yeah, he came in for a bit with some other people.
So what you're telling me is...
can make a lot of boring things just really fascinating. And Lumberjack is working on a really cool passenger coach for one of the railroads in the Tennessee Valley.
Yeah, he showed that off this morning. That was really cool.
And until I can get a custom figure torso sticker, this is going to be the sig fig for the mayohosko channel.
Yep.
And where do you get that torso from?
The old airport torsos from
the 80s.
That's like the International Jetport and the Transair Carrier from 1990.
Okay.
Where are these darn pieces? Where did I put them in my sortings? Or do I even have a drawer for these? Maybe I'll make a new drawer. No, yeah, I'll make a new drawer. These don't belong here. I'll make a new drawer for these modified 2x2 plates with that vertical hinge, ratcheted hinge.
Oh, Yeti says, what do I have here? I went to my Lego store this afternoon, amongst other things I was doing at the local mall. Stopped in because my store manager had texted me that they had a few new parts. So I'll hopefully show them again here. So got some of these guys, nice gold pieces. Got a few of these. A couple different white float pieces.
So you work at a Lego store?
No.
Huh?
I do know the store manager at this point pretty well since I go there fairly frequently. And
Oh, okay.
I gave him
So he just hooks you up.
Yeah, he hooks me up, lets me know.
That's what's up.
I like those store managers. So can any of those store managers get in touch with me about 1x6x5 panels? Come on, store managers. Hook me up.
Man, it must be storming its ass off because I'm on the top floor and it sounded like my roof was just getting ready to go. I'll be right back, guys. I'm still here. Turning the mic off.
Yeah, about 2 hours ago or so, maybe 3. I'm in upstate New York in the US, and the wind just picked up out of nowhere, and it's been pretty crazy. I know there's a lot of power outages around the entire area.
Where are the flags?
Oh, something else I forgot to show Yeti. I also picked up a bunch of these 4x12 red plates that they had on the wall too.
Yeah, it is storming here.
Whereabouts are you, Will?
I'm in Maryland in the United States.
Okay. I know my parents were actually flying back from a vacation they had this week, and they flew up to JFK, New York City, then took a detour to Philadelphia, and I think they finally got it there after some ground stops at the airports because of wind.
Mhm.
Whitfields will know that I've been looking for some couplers for about 3 days now. I found them. I know where they are. I'm glad I still have couplers. The old style couplers.
Excellent.
And this must have gone on a either classical or vintage space set. I'll have to use that in a mock or piecing back together one of my own sets. Where's the goddamn flag? I guess the flags are in somewhere on my bedroom floor. I guess they're not there. But I did find the colourful grills I need.
Hard planning organizing. Never
Let's
end.
put away
Always relentless.
some of these Technic pieces. Axles. I'm gonna put these up here. And for those wondering, when I did my live stream yesterday, I actually did build something. These two little octane oil barrels. And this piece from one of the Lego Movie 2 sets, it's one of the characters, will forever now remind me of Sarah Starbricks.
God, I haven't seen her in a while.
And that is fake logo. That belongs with
Is Sarah even around in the community anymore? Like, seriously, I have not seen Sarah Starbricks in like 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think I saw her do a live stream last month,
Really?
but I'm not sure where she's at.
You know what? I might have seen. I know I didn't see it, but I might have seen that scrolling through.
Because you get around here, there, and everywhere. And troopers like Will Harper can't be everywhere at the same time.
No, I haven't been much of anywhere. I'm missing all types of stuff here now because I'm working again.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I can't stay up with a lot of things because of work and whatever. It's
And then you work so hard that by the time you get home, you get a shower, maybe get something to eat. You end up sitting on the couch to watch a video. Next thing you know, you're waking up in the morning all cramped up from sleeping on the couch. You're like, shit, I didn't even know I went to sleep.
right.
And then you got a whole nother 14-hour day ahead of you. It's like, man, I cannot keep doing this shit.
And it's like, shit, I need to make some of my own content. Try to keep things entertained.
Right. To everybody in the chat, if I start making funny videos of any kind, would you guys watch them like at all?
I'll watch them eventually to support people who support me.
He said, I will watch them eventually. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome, Mayo, because I did stay on your stream the whole time, even though I told you I was going to sleep.
Yeah.
I tried to help you get as many watch hours as I could.
Yeah. See, I love the lurkers.
Yep, definitely appreciate lurking.
Lurkin and Gherkin, as Kate and Yeti would say.
I like how I say all that and nobody in chat said anything. Well, okay, chat. Thank you very much. I will exit out of chat now.
The cat's been quiet for a few minutes.
All right. You guys have been such a great help. I'll be right back. I'm turning my mic off for a second.
Dan Smith, hey Yeti, why'd you pick the name Cajun Yeti?
Oh,
Yeti.
a couple people have asked why I picked the name Mayohosko. Like, when I was commenting on one of the Hoosier Bricks live streams, this week, Willie Neblet Jr. asked that question, and I think that when I do my 9-year anniversary video on the 7th of January 2022, I'll have to explain, well, I'll have to not explain, recap the origins of that name again. Because if you look deep and hard enough in the backlog of my videos and live streams, I've said my reasonings sometimes before, but not everyone watches the videos.
Sounds like we all have to await this upcoming video.
Yeah, and so that's why everyone should have their click that notification bell and remember to like the stream so that you won't miss out on hearing the details about why I am called Mayohosko. Ah, that's where they go. I made a sorting mistake. There, I fixed it. Where are my 2x2 dishes?
Even Yeti.
What's this? It's a divider. Let's build a bunch of dividers. It's going to take a little while to clean up. What's in here?
So many pieces all mixed together. I don't care for sorting very much. I feel it's very tedious. But when I do the pick-a-brick things and I dump everything into a big container like this, it's not as bad because I don't have that many different parts I'm sorting.
Yeah.
So bearable for me.
It's much easier to sort a pick-a-brick cup because most of the time you're working with bulk elements.
Exactly. I've only got like 5 different things in here, I think, total. So it's not really bad at all.
What did I do with these things? Hang on. Alright. That's the jail door bars. What did I do with these things? I'm just gonna move on.
Dan Smith, must be nice to go to Lego store with my wife's house. I can't even get out of town. Oh, that's sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. sound of bricks rustling around.
Oh, hang on. There's where they go. Found them. I go back here. There's multiple of these.
Let's see. What it is.
Where could they have gone?
Oh man, I forgot to tell you. Since you and Taz were both on my stream earlier today, and we got into that discussion about vintage stuff, and you mentioned '92. I had talked to Taz at one point recently, and he mentioned you guys had done the '92 throwback thing,
Yeah.
and I said if you guys are interested, I'd be happy to join you to talk about stuff too at some point.
Yeah, because I think the idea that Tasman Bricks wanted to do is he wanted to get on one guest at a time and talk about any given year from the town thing.
Mhm.
Because he said on your live stream that he's mainly interested in Lego City and town. So I think the idea he was trying to get across is let's invite any given person to talk about any given year from Lego Town. I chose 1992, and I think if he continues that series, I think what he'll do is he'll get other guests to talk about other years. I think is the format that he wanted to try and do.
Yeah, I told him I'm open to anything if you'd like to talk about that stuff because I can relive my
He'll probably-
childhood.
because if he does another episode of that, he'll probably ask you what's your favorite year, and I'm guessing it can't be 1992 now.
Oh, hey, Tasman. I didn't see. I wasn't looking at chat. Sorry.
I told him I'd have to really think about a specific time. So many great things over so many years.
Well, what's some of the years for Lego Town that stands out to you? Because for me, it was 1992.
I feel like for me, there was a lot of great stuff in the late '80s as well. I'd have to look at something like a brick set or whatever to go back and confirm some of this, but like I remember, like the Big Rig Truck Stop was a
That was from
huge one.
1988.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's something late 80s.
And also, we got the Victory Lap Raceway in 1988 as well.
Yes, I loved that set. That is an
Which
incredible
I
one.
have because I bought it on eBay 5 years
Yeah, I
ago.
remember you showed that off. It's a great one. It's very, very cool. I think that was the first one I had that kind of got me to the idea of doing a little bit of Lego racing stuff.
But then I also look at 1987 because you had the Metro Park and the Metro Park and Service Tower
Was that
and
87?
the Motor Speedway, which was kind of a baby version of Victory Lap Raceway.
Yeah.
And there were some other good vehicle sets in 1987, which I just can't put my finger on right now.
Hey, not to cut you guys off, but can I come back in a few minutes? I got to do something real quick.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back.
You will.
Yeah, because I think you have more nostalgia for the late 80s, and I have more nostalgia for the early 90s. And I will tell you what, whoever decides to pick both 1991 and the other person who picks 1994, I think is going to have a field day as well.
Yeah, I think early 90s also had some great things. You talked about 92 and just everything was with that. Absolutely. A great period for some great stuff.
I mean, 1990 is a given because of the monorail and the international jet port, but I don't think there was as much substance. Like new sets that were in 1990 compared to 1991 or 1992. I think with 1990, even though the introduction of the airport shuttle trumps every other set from the Lego Town theme ever, I think the best part about 1990 is that you still had some of the existing sets that were still yet to be retired, because the Victory Lap Raceway and the Big Rig Truck Stop, I think, were retired in 1991. So they were still available in 1990. And I think the Metro Park and Service Tower was, its last year on shelves was in 1990.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely around at least a little bit because I don't remember having that until 89 or 90, at least.
Yeah, because back then you could guarantee that sets were going to be on the shelves for 3 years. Nowadays, not so much.
Right.
Because there's more set turnover. Because they're constantly making new designs. Back then they didn't have as many designers, so they kept sets on the shelves for longer.
But every set was cool.
Exactly. Nowadays, not so much.
Right? Okay, I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. Okay, this one maybe.
And also back then, no one was thinking about, 10 years later, this set is going to be worth double what it is now.
Right.
Because there was no eBay. There was no Bricklink.
You could put ads in the paper, but I was going to see that.
Back then, there were yard sales, garage sales, the introduction of the World Wide Web, and AOL emails.
So we actually had a fire at our family's place in 1992, and I lost everything I had. Well, I mean, all of us lost everything we had. So of course, we had to start over, and my parents were very gracious in helping me starting to get some Lego back. I remember they were going around to garage sales to just try and get a bunch of things for us as a whole. And I was like 11 or 12, I think. 12? No, 92. Yeah, it was like 11 or 12, whenever it was. And I recall they picked up like 3 or 4 just random little bulk things at some local garage sales. I was like, oh my god, this is great. And then they got the Octane gas and wash station that was out of
The
93.
Gas and Wash Express.
Yeah, the Express. I was like, oh, this is such a great set. It was like my first real set since we lost everything. That's kind of the basis of me starting over again.
I think the only 2 service stations in Lego Town that compare to the Gas and Wash Express was the Shell service station from 1986 and the Exxon gas station from 1980, simply because that was the only Exxon service station they ever made.
Yeah, that's a rare one.
Like, I'm not a fan of the Shell station from 1983. And I'm not a fan of the Shell station from 1978. I'm just not.
Yeah, the earlier stuff, I get it for the time, but no, it doesn't work for me.
Because you compare the Shell station from 1983 to the Shell service station from 1996, and oh my god, the improvement in the design, the amount of new pieces that were used. It was a totally different road base plate. It wasn't just... Actually, no, hang on. No, I think it was. Someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. I just remember...
It had to have been by that point.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. I think what's throwing me off is that in the 1996 version, they actually utilized the studs in the middle of the divider. Because it was that weird road base plate that had kind of that refuge island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I think I always showed that comment. And some of y'all might gush. Some of you Lego Town enthusiasts might gush, but look at all these road signs I have.
Ooh, that's good right there. I don't have any of those.
I'll just pick out some of them. So one of them is for the warning that bicycles are around. Of course, you're gonna have your 50 kilometers an hour speed signs, or if you want to use the Imperial system, instead of using these on the streets, use these on a highway, a state highway, instead of 55 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour.
I remember that one.
This is actually a stickered version of the crosswalk. Printed version of the stop sign.
Yep.
I've got several of these ones with the chevron stripe.
Oh, where did that come from?
I'm pretty sure it came from a sign accessory pack from 1998.
Huh. I don't think I ever saw that.
And also the right-hand turn
Oh, nice.
approach sign. And I've got actually a stickered version of the 50 speed limit sign as well.
Okay.
And those are the old, like those are the, actually no, hang on a minute. I've also got a narrow road sign.
Oh, I never saw that one either.
I've got the no entry sign.
Yep, remember that one.
And this is something that's a little bit rare. It's the 30 speed limit sign.
I think I remember the 30 though, but I remember a 30 circular one.
And unlike the 50 speed limit sign, theoretically, you could use these 30 speed limit signs on regular streets because you could have really, really slow streets at 30 kilometers an hour, or you could have an arterial road at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, 30 miles an hour on a street would be very reasonable here.
I think because 35 miles an hour is equivalent in the standards of speed to a 60 kilometers an hour. But 50 miles an hour would never be used on a street, but 50 kilometers an hour is constantly used on streets. So I think even though Lego produces a lot of 50 speed limit signs, personally I think the 30 speed limit signs is more usable because it can be used for both kilometers and miles and be used on regular streets.
Yeah, I could definitely use those in my city.
You could interpret it both ways. You could interpret it as kilometers or miles,
Yep.
and not be in not be in North America and be confused when a Lego minifigure is driving on the street. Why can I go 50 miles an hour? This ain't highways. These are city streets.
Now, to be fair, I live on what is considered the main street in the village that I live in. And it's 30 going down the main street, but then about half a mile down, they change it to 45 miles an hour.
To 35.
So yeah,
That'd probably be because they designate that section of the street as an arterial road if they increased the speed limit by 5 miles an hour.
yeah, I think it's just coming out of residential. It's getting to a light commercial at that point.
Yeah, because in residential areas, you can only really go 30 miles an hour or 50 kilometers an hour, but in commercial areas, you can go 35 miles an hour or 60 kilometers an hour. I think that's because there's less risk about people crossing the road.
Yeah, or kids.
Yeah, and every Mayo Hosko live stream is none for the kids. So on the Mayo Hosko live stream, we will not be traveling at 50. We will be traveling at 60. And I need to blow my nose because I've got some snot. Yeah, I'm a snot freak. I might not even have a section for 1x4s. Oh, it's in the other room. Yeah, I found my snot wicks. And this is so unorganized, I'm going to organize it right now. I'm not going to be able to close the drawer.
Yeah, it's whenever I end up coming home with pab hauls or whatever, it usually results in me having to completely
Oh.
organize at least one or two
Hello,
things.
Thomas Davey.
Hey, Thomas
guys.
Davey.
Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust a few settings.
Are you doing sorting yourself?
I will be doing sorting, yes.
Oh, so
Yes,
this is a full-out sorting stream.
Yeah, I'm glad that I brought back the Mayo Sorts It live stream series, because this was actually the Mayo Sorts It episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were the first live streams I did on the mayohosko channel. So this is a throwback to March.
Well, I saw you were doing this, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not really doing anything right now. And I've got parts to sort myself, so you know what? I'll come hang out for a little bit and sort the parts.
Yeah, so if anyone else out there has any bricks to sort, come on in and we can all sort together.
The sorting party, come hang.
We're going to party like it's 1992. And we didn't know anything about a Y2K yet.
Right. Oh, by the way, Dan Smith, yes, I'm having fun.
And that must be Thomas Davies' build camera.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, accidentally added himself. Must be the first purple I have, so I'm just going to mix it with the pinks and the magentas. Oh, and Thomas Davies dropped out entirely.
I started adjusting settings, trying to figure things out.
He's probably fiddling around with technology. I get a lot of people on here, and it takes them 10 minutes to half an hour to figure out their technology.
Lies? No, not lying, Dan Smith. Not lying at all.
And as I said yesterday, because when I do my 8-hour live streams, I get a lot of quiet times because it's either just me on the panel or there's someone else on the panel that's on mute at that current time, or when I have to go away and whiz, or I need to go and get some water, or I need to go and get something to eat, I'll put up a 5-minute long intermission video. Or when I need to go and do something on Forge of Empires, I'll go and put up a 5-minute intermission video. I decided instead of showing the same footage over and over and over again, why don't I give an opportunity for small YouTubers under 50,000 subscribers, let's say, to they can make a 5-minute video about their channel, about their social media, about video projects they've got going on, and just as long as you keep it about Lego and Lego social media, kind of in the format of a YouTube channel trailer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have a YouTube channel trailer that takes less than 5 minutes long, or if you want to create something like a YouTube channel trailer that's less than 5 minutes long, send me an MP4 file of that via my email, which is mayohosko@gmail.com. And so that I'm not showing the same intermission videos over and over and over again, I'll put your channel trailer into my settings, as long as I'm paying for StreamYard, that is, and I'll play your channel trailer when I need to do an intermission. So if anyone's interested, hit me up.
Yeah, I really should do one of those.
I need to create a channel trailer myself. I'm going to be changing a bunch of my graphics next year anyway, so I should probably work on a channel trailer in January.
Goals for the new year.
I have a lot of goals for 2022. My goal last year was to get myself a job. Well, it took until the 11th hour or the 12th month to finally get my first 9-to-5 job. So I was over the moon.
Yeah, at least you got something.
So now I'll have more money for buying Lego. I'll have enough money to start a superannuation, which is like 401k, and I'll have more money for savings when I go to Brick Fair, Alabama in 2023. Gonna spend the $2,000 on plane tickets to go see the awesome people at Brick Fair, Alabama.
Oh, nice.
Because I think the Cajun Yeti is going to be there this year, and I hope the Cajun Yeti goes back to Brick Fair, Alabama in 2023. Because if Brickzar doesn't go to Brick Fair, Alabama 2023, at least I'll have a consolation prize in getting to see Cajun Yeti in person.
It is a goal of mine to try to get to something next year. I'd like to.
And we have Jody Smith. Now, what I need to do, because we have Jody Smith in here, I need to do something. And Jody Smith might know exactly what I'm talking about.
I think I do too. You did this earlier when you were on my stream. Power switch in here.
And this is all
My
because...
base.
Oh, wow. What is going on there?
What you got going on there, Tom Stevie?
Me. Yeah. So my basic way of sorting is full files. I've got bricks, base, tiles, and other. That's all it means. You can
Hey,
parts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then later on I'll break those down again. Not bricks, and I'll have red plates and whatnot.
I kind of use that method if I have just random bulk too.
This whole mayohosko meme that I came up with is all because of Jodie Smith. Her autocorrect spelt a mayohosko as Mario Hosko instead. I love your little chuckle, Matt.
It's a good look for you, Mario Hosko.
Now we can attract all of the Nintendo nerds up in here.
Right.
I play definitely my favorite Nintendo game is Mario Kart Wii, the original, because that's what I grew up on. And I preferred the gameplay of Wii to the Nintendo Switch.
We didn't really have an original Nintendo, but we did have a Super Nintendo back in the original period when it was out. And there was a Mario version. It was actually like Mario All-Star or something like that. And it had version 1, version 2, and version 3 all in the same cartridge. And I really enjoyed that. I think I ended up playing 3 the most.
Yeah. I think it's the same as most people. More features and more rich gameplay.
Somehow we have 7 people watching this thing, and we're just sorting Lego.
Hey, it's just a soothing ASMR action.
I was sorting most of the day yesterday while watching the stream or lurking. All the time.
I mean, I was going to do this just offline on my own, but figured, why not?
Yeah, because now I can tell everyone to go and subscribe to Brooks Bricks so that he gets to 500 subscribers.
Thank you, Mayo.
I don't want any of the new sets for Christmas, Jody, because I will be buying those when they are on sale around June. That's when I can guarantee there'll be sales, but there might be sales that pop up before then. But last June, I bought the modular collection, modular building collection police station at 20% off, as I always do with the modulars. And so I was like, yeah, I'll buy this and I'll build it in the week after Christmas, because I decided that with the modulars, it's too much to build all in one day. Because I built the Parisian restaurant at my auntie's house in the hills, and I built the detective's office at someone else's place. I think it was when we hosted Christmas.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I enjoy talking to my family more than I enjoy building a modular on Christmas Day. So I decided, you know what? Instead of building it all on the one day and kind of ignoring my family, I'm gonna build it step by step every day. In the week in between Christmas and New Year's, and now I want to do a live stream series about me doing the same thing with the police station. I did time lapse. I did time lapse building what did I do? It wasn't the brick bank. I don't think it was the downtown diner. Anyway, it was something. I built time lapse. Oh no, I remember. It was the Manchester United Old Trafford Stadium. I built that time lapse in the lead up to New Year's, and I literally finished the time lapse on 11:50 p.m. of the 31st of December 2020. So I was able to upload the time lapse, I think on the 1st or the 2nd of January.
There you go.
Because the modular, the brick bank, no, sorry, not the brick bank. The police station was the modular for 2020, but I didn't buy that on sale because I knew that I wanted to spend the money on Old Trafford instead, and so because I'm a diehard Manchester United fan, so I was like, I can't not buy this. So I pounced at the opportunity when I saw it for only $410 at Toys R Us online. I was gonna get it with purchase for the Charles Dickens book, but when I went to place my order, they sold out.
Oh,
and this was in the first week of December, and I was like, I still don't have my Christmas present, so because I was waiting for it to go on sale. Yes, the Charles Dickens book.
this is actually
I was
nice.
waiting for it to go on sale in June, but it never went on sale.
I think I've got 2 more of these because I had spent enough money to get it 2 or 3 times as a GWP. So I've got 2 other sitting in boxes still.
That would have been the first GWP I would have ever bought, because I don't collect the gift with purchases because I'm not down for the chase. I think they are overvalued, and I prefer to spend my VIP points on Lego store exclusives like Pick-a-Brick cups. And I only like to buy Lego store exclusives like Pick-a-Brick cups in the Lego store.
Right.
I'm not going to buy a set that I can buy at a department store for much cheaper in the Lego store, because normally, anyway, the retailers are about 10% cheaper than the Lego store anyway, and 10% is the value of double VIP points. And people don't know that. Some people don't know that. They don't know the real value of their VIP points. Double VIP points is essentially a 10% off sale, when the retailers normally sell it anyway for 10% cheaper. And then when at least the most common, I'm pretty sure the most common sale price for Western World department stores is 20% off. Occasionally they'll have a 30% off on clearance, or when it's deep clearance, they'll go to 50% off. But I think 20% is the most common sale rate. So it's much cheaper just to wait for those 20% off sales if it's a set you can buy at the department stores, because gonna buy a modular everywhere, or you're not gonna buy a direct to consumer set or a UCS set because they don't sell them.
Right.
So if it's a set that
The
you
only
can buy
side-
at retail, it's worth just waiting for those 20% off sales. Or if you're really down for the hunt, wait for the clearance sales.
Yeah, the only time those VIP points are good to try and get is if there's a set that you can't get in the department stores that it sells out quickly or something like that, and it's usually available on Lego.com. Then the set that you really want, then yeah, get it.
And I'm grateful that we have high-end department stores like Mayo in Australia that normally put the modulars on 20% off or at the end of the physical year. And if they don't have it on sale, I'm glad that both Target US and Target Australia renegotiated their retail contracts with Lego so that they can start stocking the modulars as well. Something that Walmart and Big W will never do.
See, since I have a Lego store that's only 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes tops from me, it's pretty easy for me to just go there and get whatever I want. Maybe I'm spending a little bit more sometimes, but it's okay. Most of the time, it's actually just buying pick-a-brick.
Kmart Australia is still one of the staple department stores because it's a different business model. And because it has a different business model than the US variant that went bankrupt, it didn't go bankrupt because it's backed by Westfield, I believe.
Yeah, it's kind of the end of an era when all the Kmart's closed up shop around here.
Because there's a lot more holding companies invested in Kmart Australia than there ever was invested in Kmart US and Sears, for example.
Yeah, I think they saw Walmart and Target, especially Walmart, just out competing them big time, and it just investors didn't want to get into it.
The peak of Kmart USA was in 1992. Because by 1996, I believe Walmart was officially the biggest, at least of the American department stores. By 1996, Walmart had the most valuable stocks. Because when you want to measure the true success of a company, it's not how much revenue they make per year, it's the total value of their stock.
Right.
That's why Saudi Aramco, Amazon, and Apple are now valued at more than $2 trillion.
Oof.
Because that's the total value of their shares. And Saudi Aramco next year will probably be worth $3 trillion because Saudi Aramco is the state oil company of Saudi Arabia, but they only became a public company in 2019. So on day one of Saudi Aramco being floated, they were instantly worth $1 trillion. And ever since more people started investing in Saudi Aramco, the value of their stocks increased by about 250% since 2019 when they first became floated on the, I think the Middle Eastern Stock Exchange or something.
I'm going to ask why is the oil industry so profitable?
I can't close this. Why can't I close this? It's like I'm totally nerdy about that stuff, but I'm always keeping track at the Forbes 500 and all of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if next year the Dallas Cowboys are valued at $6 billion.
Cowboys.
And if the Los Angeles Rams win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised if they become valued at $5 billion. Because I think the New York Giants and the New York Knicks are valued at a bit over $5 billion. And then Manchester United and Real Madrid are valued at, I think, 5.5. Because Manchester United used to be the most valuable sports team in the world in 2013, but then they stopped winning championships, and so they got devalued. And also because 2014 was a very big year for American sports TV deals.
Yes.
Because the NBA re-upped their TV rights. The NFL re-upped their TV rights. I believe baseball also re-upped their TV rights. And then a lot of the leagues won. I believe both the NRL and the AFL in Australia re-upped their TV rights as well. So 2014 was a very big year for sports because all of the television networks across the world could afford to pay a higher bid for their contracts.
I know we've talked about some of this stuff, and I don't follow football like I used to per se, but I do follow baseball as we talked about. And
Because I think
that,
the Yankees. I think the Yankees are valued at like 5.4 billion, and the Red Sox are valued at I think 4.7, and I think the Dodgers are at 4.5 or something.
But I know that a lot of things have been written about how even like regional networks in the U.S., like local area stations, have signed such huge contracts with certain teams to broadcast the rights to their, to their team and whatever for the games. It's like there's so much money being thrown around.
Yeah, and particularly with the local TV deals, a lot of that got spiked because of DirecTV.
So a big part of the value that the Yankees have as a team does come from them owning the Yes Network that they have, where they also broadcast their games and stuff.
Because is it Cal Steinbrenner? Who's George Steinbrenner's son?
Yes, Hal's the one that's running it now.
Oh yeah, sorry, Hal Steinbrenner. Yeah, so if I didn't know that the Yankees own the Yes Network.
They do. They have a controlling stake in it, is what I.
Yeah. So they'd have more than 50. So they'd have a 51% stake or greater.
Yeah. There was a point where I think they actually sold off the rights to Fox. And then I think a year or two ago, maybe right before the pandemic hit, I think they bought back control and stake.
So in New York, can you only watch the Yankees on? Well, is Yes Network a cable? Is Yes Network cable TV?
Yes, it is.
So that means in New York you can't watch the Yankees on free-to-air television.
I do not believe so. I know at least up in upstate where I am, the only time I can watch it is when it's broadcast on Yes, or they do have games that are on not like NBC, CBS, whatever main networks, but they have like CW type affiliates.
Yeah.
And sometimes Yankee games are broadcast on those. And
that'd be when the Yankees are nationally televised.
yeah. I think the same idea would go with the Red Sox. They've got the, what is it, NESN? Is that Boston area market?
Because without a doubt, the northeast of the Atlantic Northeast is the biggest region for American sports.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
People here.
New York and New England are the most successful teams. Are the most successful sports teams in American sports history.
Yep.
Because the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Patriots, the Bruins, it all stacks up. Well, and the Buffalo Bills could have had a four-peat, but they choked every single time in the early 90s.
Yes, they did. I do remember that as a kid.
Including losing to a team that has now changed its name and is just called the football team.
Right.
because Dan Snyder is such a bad owner. And as a supporter of a team in the NFC East, I hope Dan Snyder owns that team forever, because it'll continue to be sex scandal after racism scandal after sex scandal after racism scandal with Dan Snyder. That's unless the NFL force him to sell the team, just like how Adam Silver forced Donald Sterling to sell the Clippers when he got caught being racist on voice recording. I don't know why. I don't know why Adam Silver doesn't go to the New York Knicks and say, you know what, we could be making so much money if James Dolan was not the owner. Why not force him to sell the team and use him as a scapegoat for the toxic culture of Madison Square Garden, and force him to sell the team, get a new owner in who won't bring all of the toxicity that James Dolan brings upon the New York Knicks. Maybe they'll be a championship contender. And hello, Aussie Bricks. That is a throwback. For those who weren't watching the live stream, my second live stream last night, I was gobsmacked when Aussie Bricks turned up in the comments. Aussie Bricks, I used to watch his city updates all the time. He was a member of the old AP stream, and I have a lot of nostalgia for those live streams. Both me and Macro Bricks and Miss Amby used to frequently comment in the AP stream, and I used to enjoy watching Aussie Bricks' city updates. So I was gobsmacked when he turned out of nowhere and reappeared in the comments. He took my breath away, and he made my heart skip a beat at the same time. And I just got the notification while I was actually on your stream, Matt, that he subscribed. So thank you for subscribing.
Awesome. Well, hey there, Aussie Bricks.
So hopefully all of us can show our support and bring back another lost YouTuber from the previous generation, the generation that I like to call Adpocalypse. Because not a lot of people nowadays would understand what Adpocalypse is, but back in the day, Adpocalypse was a killer of so many YouTube channels, and it was because of Adpocalypse so many people just gave up and called it quit. They pulled the plug on the life support machine that was keeping their YouTube channels going. So I always get ecstatic to see people who were around in both the Adpocalypse generation and the Sigfig and the Sigfig generation come back into the community 4 to 8 years later. And as a fan of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, I just want to say sorry to all of the Canterbury Bulldogs fans out there. Only people that are fans of teams in the National Rugby League will understand that. But all I'll say is glory, glory to South Sydney. South Sydney marches on. And I wonder if Aussie Bricks remembers when he did his best and worst sets of X year when he was still active. I wonder if he remembers when he called one of the Star Wars sets a pile of dog's breakfast. Because I've got a near photographic memory, and I certainly do. I know I've missed out on some stuff in the chat because I've been busy sorting this stuff. So I'll get back to the chat at the end. Yes, Aussie Bricks remembers when he said that. And I remember when Aussie Bricks said that the UCS Millennium Falcon was the best set of 2017. And I think a lot of people will agree that that was the best set of 2017. Because anything that involves the UCS Millennium Falcon goes without saying how great of a set it was, and how famous that set has become, because so many people can't buy it. Actually, let me try and share my screen.
He's around, he hasn't been blown away.
You're gonna see the Matrix. not logged into Brickset right now. I'm pretty sure it was the Darth Vader transformation that Aussie Bricks called a pile of dog's breakfast.
So whereabouts are you from, Aussie Bricks? I'm putting into the community, so I don't know all the history from years ago. Only been around for 18 months or so.
You might need to turn up your microphone just a bit, Thomas.
That's going to take half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. I think I'll be able to close this drawer now. Yeah, I'll be able to close this drawer now. I wonder if there's any other snot bricks. Yep, here's one. And here's another. Let's pick out some of these snot bricks. There's a Travis brick. You know what? Does anyone know why the Travis brick is called a Travis brick? Because I do.
I don't recall. I know I read it somewhere, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, it's literally the dumbest reason in the world.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Because there was a guy named Travis, I think back in 2008, and that modified brick was his favorite brick. So everyone on the brick set and all the other forums back in 2008 just started calling it the Travis brick because a guy named Travis really liked that brick. So everyone called it the Travis brick, And here we are, 13 years later, calling it the Travis brick. I told you it was a ridiculous story.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely more moving than what I recall reading. I like that.
It still cracks me up because it's so funny.
That's a good one. Hey, I love this so much. I'm gonna call this after you for like the next 100 years.
Righto, grey version. No, I don't. I'm just gonna put it with the black and the white. I need water to keep hydrated. Hashtag always be hydrated. Because otherwise I'm going to get a dizzy head and I'll pass out. I need to do a better job at separating this. But I'll do that another day.
All right, my goal's achieved. I got my bucket cleared out.
Been going live for almost 2 hours now.
Oh, we're just getting towards 11 o'clock my time here. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and drop off for the night, Mayo.
Yeah, because you're done sorting.
And I'm getting very tired.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap up this stream in about 16 minutes or so.
Cool.
Just wanted to do a quick live because and also my laptop's going to go flat soon.
All right, good to see you. And thanks for joining me earlier today, too. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
And good to see you, Tom.
Cheers, Matt.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Sometimes the hellos and goodbyes are a bit weird because, I'll probably see Matt before I go to bed again, somewhere around the traps. And he'll be saying hello, and I'll be thinking, well, I've already seen you and said hello today.
Where are these things pieces? Where are they? Right, I'll come back to them. So this can go, nope. No, I'll leave this. Some more snot Greeks. And Jody says, Mayo, sorry, I have to take a call, and I will see us later. Maybe, because I'm not, because I'll probably wrap this up in about 12 minutes. Let's quickly read over some of the comments. Anything that may... Did anybody notice on the back of the sleigh on the Listen plate, the Munnabers say Santa? Not very many people know that Toys R Us USA could have been saved, but who was selling the rights to the name wanted more than the company was worth for it. Hey, Tuesday night, my wife got a cold, and guess who has it now? I need some sleep, so I gotta go, folks. Mayo, it was fun. Later. Sorry.
These people who can read and read and build a mock at the same time really are a lot more talented than what I am. I'm reading all the chat, but since I've been on here, I'm not reading it. Hardly any see Aussie Bricks reply. So he's in Sydney. I'm down in Melbourne. So,
Where are some of the panels? I want to say they're over here somewhere.
Mayo, do you recall what set this tile is from?
I think that's from. I'm gonna guess it's from one of the Chinese New Year sets.
I don't see many of the bits or anything.
Or it might be a Ninjago set.
Probably more likely to be Ninjago, given there's quite a lot of Ninjago.
I think that's a Captain America shield. It looks like.
Yeah, that's an ad.
Oh no, it's not. It's just I think that's from one of the Lego Movie 2 sets. That eye piece.
Does anyone in the chat know? Need all the help I can get, basically.
What did I do with my hoses?
Sit away.
I now have a
Yeah.
section for hoses. Okay, I have to rest those for now. And where did I put my where did I put my jumpers? Where did I put them?
You lost your jumpers yesterday too.
Yeah, because I found my drawer of the jumpers, and now I'm trying to find them again. I
You
know
have
that-
categories. You have like.
well, I did have categories, but a lot of the categories are still there, but some of the drawers just got put back in the wrong place. Oh yeah, here they are. They're right in front of me.
Where's the rest?
That's a license plate, so that needs to go with the other license plates.
I haven't done it yet, but I plan on labeling my drawers with, the red labels for the different types of bricks, blue labels for different types of plates, yellow labels.
Yeah, I've got
for tiles.
a label maker.
Yep. Sandy.
Are those just random pieces? Because some of those look like colors from Space Police 1.
They are random pieces. Yeah, this is box box. And I've got sort of 50 bucks, I think it is. And, yeah, just gonna sort through it, give it a clean, see what we got.
5 minutes, about a little over 5 minutes to go. So before we head on out of here, do you have any video projects you want to plug or any social media that you want to plug?
I just got my Instagram. That's the Lego book. Working on start videos. I'm planning to start videos soon.
And we can barely hear you.
Sorry. I was saying that my computer's on its way, so I'll be starting videos soon. But yeah, I've just got the Instagram at the moment. That's about it.
Because I believe we can find you on Instagram. Can we?
Yeah, that's right.
And what is said Instagram called?
The Dusty Lego Bricks thing that I've got written on there.
And so you're not on Twitter, not on Facebook?
We do have a Facebook, but yeah, my partner runs that. Mrs. Dusty Lego Bricks is doing the Facebook thing. But there's not a lot happening on there at the moment.
Yeah, I know people that have Facebook. I know people that have Facebook accounts for their YouTube channel, but I don't have one of those. Instead, I have a fan club, which is a Facebook group. It's the Mayo fan club. And for people that want to go the extra mile, they can also not only join the fan club, but they can actually friend me on Facebook as well. my personal Facebook. I think I'm gonna find. Actually, what I'm gonna do? No, I'm gonna stop sorting there, and I'm gonna put all of my unsorted pieces back in here. But I know where this steering wheel and this thing can go. So now we're just going to have a moment of silence to wrap up the live stream and watch the scroll bar scroll below.
Do I say goodbye now then?
Yeah, you can say goodbye then.
You know.
Anyway, thank you for watching me, Bricks, Thomas Davey, and Will Harper do a little bit of Lego sorting. This was a live stream series, which was my first live stream series. I started when I first started doing live streams all the way back in March. So anytime people motivate me to do sorting streams, I will continue to do these because I have a lot of stuff to sort. So I want to thank Thomas Davey. Oh, hang on. We've got a clicking clip.
What up?
Well, now we're going to have to prolong the stream. Yay. Awesome. Let's do more sorting.
Oh, were you getting ready to cut it?
Yeah, I was going to cut it, but
Well,
let's go
can.
longer.
Well,
Let's
that's
go
up to you.
longer. Let's go longer.
Okay. Well, so you're still sorting, huh?
Yeah, I'm still sorting because I said that I'd go live between 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, I can hang out.
Thomas Davey had stuff to do, and so did Bricks.
I understand. I can hang out with you for another hour.
Yeah, sure. Because I've still got a ton of stuff to sort.
Right.
I was just going to sort it with TV playing in the background.
You want to see my mock I made?
Sure. Looks like a Blue House vignette.
Yep.
Is that a medium as your 16 by 16 plate?
Yep.
I got 2 of those from one of the friends sets.
It's in a TV, so I can put that in my video now instead of me just standing there in front of a white piece of paper. I can use this.
So did Clicking Cliff just end? No, sorry, your Clicking Cliff. Did Cajun Yeti just end his backstage?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been there for a while.
Ah.
I had to. I had an invite before I saw yours to go on Hoosier Bricks. So I went on there for a little bit, then I came over here.
Yeah. So how was the Hoosier Brick stream?
So it was good. It's good. Met some new people over there and figured out. I saw you still on. I said I'll go give you a come over and visit with you for a little bit. All right, Thomas Davies, Jody Smith, Aussie Bricks. Looks like they.
Yeah, Aussie Bricks. That's a throwback to the Adpocalypse generation. So I was Aussie Bricks actually commented out of nowhere in my live stream last night, and he left me gobsmacked, and he made my heart skip a beat because I'd not seen his name for a good 3 years. I'm still trying to find. What?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find where I stored these modified 1x2 plates with the bumper bar, horizontal clip bar. Well,
I have a bunch of
think
those.
I think it's the centered horizontal clip bar.
Hang on just a second. Everybody's side of my wife.
It's not in my room, so it has to be in one of these drawers.
You got a lot of drawers there, buddy. Is that all full of Lego?
Crap. My computer actually. Let's get this on charge very, very quickly. I'm gonna have to plug this in at the power cord. Okay, looks like we averted the monitor turning off.
That's good. Is that full of Lego?
Yeah. These are orange storage drawers that I buy on eBay.
Do they hold a lot of Lego?
Well, for the amount of Lego I still need to sort, I probably need to buy. Well, I probably need to buy double the amount I already have. Because of my collection.
So when you go back to your work?
Right now I'm working Monday to Wednesday and Fridays if there's a demand for more employees.
Cool.
And I'm trying to sort a lot of this Lego before my dad gets home from a fishing trip.
Ooh. You gotta be tired, man.
Yeah, well, after I finished going live for 13 and a half hours yesterday, I went on to the Brooks Bricks, and then I listened to a little bit of the A-Form podcast, and I went to bed at 5 a.m. and I woke up at 12:30. I literally woke up 5 minutes before I started this live stream. So I got 7.5 hours sleep.
You're a beast.
Well, I've got to make the most of my unlimited StreamYard hours.
Yep.
Because I'm paying for it. What is this? Oh yeah. For some reason, that's hiding Thomas Davies' comment. Even if we have 2 people watching, that still adds up for the watch time hours. And as long as I have someone in the panel, that's motivation for enough for me to keep on doing this thing. Where can't remember where I stored my 1x16 links. Actually, I think I know. I have a spot on the other side here where I keep my long bricks. And I think I saw some train wheels. So I'll also go back there and put it in. Actually, I think I found some ratcheted hinges that also belong on that side.
So, do you like paying for this StreamYard?
Well, I like paying for StreamYard when I know that I've got time to do lots of live streams and I've got something to do in these live streams. So yes, I do.
I thought about it. I just haven't pushed the trigger on it yet.
And I wouldn't, and for how active you are, I wouldn't pull the trigger yet.
I'm just spacing the time they allow me out a month, you know. I like to go a couple times a week, but
yeah, and
if
you only go live a couple times a week, then I wouldn't suggest paying for StreamYard yet.
I plan on doing I am 6 subscribers away from 100.
Awesome. And when you get to 100 subscribers, you'll be able to qualify for a custom URL. Because YouTube will send you an email that you've reached 100 subscribers, and then it'll give you the option in one of the settings on YouTube Studio to get a custom URL, and then you have to wait 2 weeks to a month for them to accept it.
Cool. I'll plan on, I'll see when I get 100, I plan on maybe doing an 8-hour live stream just for the fun of it.
And I know that whenever you decide to do an 8-hour live stream, if I'm not working or if I'm not in school, then I'm more than happy to jump on.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So why don't we all act fast and get Clicking Cliff to 100 subscribers? There was a link in the description of every live stream from now on to go to his channel.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, because I made that change before I went live yesterday. Because I like to add, because I've already said that I like to add links to YouTube channels in my live stream descriptions about who are my regular panelists, and I reflected on the panelists I've had, and it came to that stage where mentally, I felt like you were on a lot of mentally, I felt like you've been on a lot of my live streams, and so when I mentally feel like someone's been on a lot of my live streams, that's when I'll add their channel links in the description.
I appreciate that. I haven't got that fancy with mine yet. I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, because it takes some time to work out exactly what you want to say in the description, and believe me, it takes an even longer time to get all of the links to people's social media. And like, if you want to tell people that you buy from eBay and you buy from Bricklink and you buy from Lego.com or whatever, because I see that a lot of people put that stuff in the description, or they might have an Amazon affiliate link or something, or if they have some kind of membership or Patreon, they'll put that in their description. And it all depends on how fancy you want to be with the description. I like to be fancy, so that's why I'm willing to put in the time. But other people who are just casual content creators, I say that it's not worth them putting in that much effort.
I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it a lot.
And also, if you have moderators, for example, if you're a live streamer, it helps to put some ground rules. If you have any ground rules about your live streams, put the ground rules in the description, and then the moderators can refer to Article B, Section 5, a paragraph, blah 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 dot point this and that in the description to refer to anyone who's making bad comments.
Well, you know, you're a moderator. You're the first one I had. I don't have any rules yet, but
some people don't have any. Some people don't have any rules.
I just like keep it family friendly.
Exactly. So that might be all you need to put in the description. You're a family friendly channel, and that you don't want anyone spamming any rude references or anything. Because like by default, I like to keep what I have in my descriptions no sexual references and no drug references, etc. But when it's on my live streams, it's a little bit more difficult to enforce that, and I'll be a little bit more lenient on my live streams to where I'll keep it to where we can go as far as PG-13, or which is what we call in Australia M.
Yep.
Because what you guys call R, we call MA15 plus, and what you guys call XXX, we call R. It's very, very confusing. Looking for red 1x1s. These are 1x3s. I need to put them somewhere. Let's put them up here. 1x1 red bricks. I think they're in a tray in my room somewhere. Yeah, here they are. And orange as well. Orange goes with the yellow. And then I have a white. I think my white 1x1s are also in my room. I've been meaning to put away some of my drawers anyway. Because I pulled out so many drawers when I was making mocks. Just forgot to put them back in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's where they go. Actually, I'm going to move this to a different drawer. And I see a lot of drawers that I can probably consolidate to make more room for other unique pieces. But when I get an abundance of a certain piece, I'll put it in its own drawer.
Do you put in different colors, or you just keep it just the same part, different colors?
Well, when I have like a lot of pieces, I'll sort them by their individual colors. For example, if I just pop out a random drawer, I've probably got hundreds of white 1x4 bricks. So they'll all go in their own drawer, and I have other drawers that are full of nothing but a white 1x4 bricks. So I actually might consider putting them in one of these larger drawers, which are about twice the size. But if I go pick out another drawer, I've got 1x2 bricks in green, dark green, lime green, spring green, and I think that's bright bluish green / light turquoise. Because I don't have enough of these green colors to justify one color being in one drawer. But if I ever get like a ton of lime green or a ton of regular green 1x2 bricks, they'll eventually be in their own drawer.
Now you like the vintage Legos, so what do? You just stream the internet to get vintage? Or do you buy new sets and just make mocks out of them?
Well, before I made my YouTube channel, I was very much a contemporary Lego fan. It wasn't until I made my channel I became a fan of vintage Lego because of people like Brigzar and Matt Simmons, both of which you can find their channel links in the description below. And Matt Simmons really needs everyone to subscribe and watch their videos. So I became a YouTuber because I wanted to express my passion for vintage Lego, and because of the other YouTubers who were also into vintage Lego, it brought back nostalgia of the way I got into Lego in the first place, because I got into Lego by inheriting sets from my brother. And so I have a lot of nostalgia for the Balactron 2 sets and the Ice Planet sets in particular. And so because I have a lot of Lego City sets from 2006 to 2013, and I have other bits and bobs as well that I've either bought from basic brick boxes. I do have a couple Star Wars sets from that same era. I don't buy Star Wars sets anymore. I've got a decent amount of Lego Friends sets because they've got really good pieces for building mocks, and a few other bits and bobs. And so I thought to myself, how can I make these new style specialized pieces something like, not necessarily this. How can I make something like this look vintage? And so by combining new style pieces with old style pieces, the mock style, or the niche of mocks I've kind of created, is vintage scale and vintage aesthetic with a futuristic flair. Because these would have been in like these modified 1x4 plates that have these 1x1.
Kind of looks like a chassis, kind of, don't it? For
Yes,
the cars.
these are a modified 1x4 plates that have the extended inverted 1x1 slopes. Went with a lot of car chassis, so that you could fit stuff like the 1x4 panels inside when they didn't have a doorway, so that you could make a 4-wide vehicle and still have the minifigs be able to fit with their arms. So if I get out one of those chassis pieces, if I can find it. I don't have any on hand right now, but I'll quickly go and find one of those chassis. It's not the individual piece, but it will suffice. This vehicle has the new style chassis. Let me pull off the wheels. It has the new style chassis that they still make to this day with the vehicle sets. If you've built Lego City vehicles lately, you probably instantly recognize that chassis.
Yeah.
They used these pieces on top of these chassis so they could accommodate these larger wheels.
Yep.
So that they could get enough clearance so that the wheels wouldn't rub up against the chassis. And I prefer to use these smaller old style wheels,
right,
with chassis like this. So you can see the clear differences between, if I can get it on camera the right way, you can see a clear difference between the chassis and these. That 1x4 plate extension isn't even actually a part of the chassis.
You got to build it on.
1x4, a separate 1x4 plate. And so I like to build vehicles in the old style where you have a 4x12 chassis like this. Actually, no, that's a 4x10 chassis. My apologies. You have a 4x10 chassis like this. You have the wheels, the old style wheels like this. You can see that the gaps in the chassis have that snug fit for the old style small wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pieces that I was sorting yesterday were fenders that fit on top of these smaller wheels. So I'll quickly get out 2 chassis pieces, 2 of these fenders, because I literally just sorted them away, took them out of their bags on my live stream yesterday. So you see how that's a snug fit.
Yeah.
And then you just quickly get some doors. No, I'm not going to. I'm using the doors for other things right now.
That's
So
fine.
just imagine those 1x3 doors in between here and another stud so that you can fit whatever you want to fill in the gap.
Right.
I prefer to build my regular passenger cars using this form, but I have so many of these new style chassis, and I have so many of these modified 1x4 plates with the extended inverted 1x1 slopes. And where to go? I have so many of these style of wheels because I had so many of those Lego City sets. So I thought, how can I make these pieces look vintage? And that's become the way I build mocks. So with this vehicle, it uses the new style chassis, those modified 1x4 plates, but it uses the old style wheels. And you can see the snug fit with the tires at the front and the back, but you get that extra room. You get that extra room because of the angle of both the chassis and those modified 1x4 plates. So I've turned new style, modern generation modern generation pieces, but I've used the old style windscreens that are 2x4x2 instead of 3x4x1 2/3, which I prefer to use these windshields compared to windscreens like this.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Exactly, because they're the new generation. And these are the old generation.
And I got some of
I
them
actually
too.
found a bunch of these pieces in Transclear on the Pick-a-Brick wall. So I bought a bunch of them.
I have a bunch of them too. I don't have enough chassis or wheels or anything like that.
And the problem I find with these lower in height windscreens is that the cars look a lot more. They just don't look right when you have the bonnet or the hood being so high, so high that it sometimes is higher than the doors. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look realistic. It's not realistic proportions to actual cars. So that's why I never, ever use these when making vehicle mocks. I prefer to use these windows. And so I was able to use a mix of old and new style pieces to make something that looks old, something that is 4 wide. And you can see pieces like those profile bricks with the horizontal striations on one side and the vertical striations on the other side. They didn't always exist, but they're new style pieces, but they are built in a way where they look vintage.
Yeah.
Because I believe these profile bricks only came about in the early 90s, I believe. I don't believe they existed in the 80s.
Right.
But even though they're new style pieces, they still look good as a grill instead of taking a regular 1x2 grill and putting it on headlight bricks to get it to be studs on the side construction. because I have a lot of these profile bricks with the striations that look like grill bricks. Sometimes it's easier just to build a vehicle like this, have that piece for its grill, and it uses less pieces. So I've been able to use a combination of old and new pieces to make something that looks vintage, and I can apply the same technique to vehicles, and I can apply the same technique to structures. So it's the vintage scale and the vintage aesthetic with a little bit of a modern flair, a modern twist. And that's the way I'm able to use a bunch of new style pieces, like pieces like these style of snot bricks. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to use these. If I am to use these, I'm going to have to get very creative about how I can make these look vintage.
Right.
It'd be very difficult to make these pieces in combination with other older pieces that would have been in sets from the 80s and the 90s. I believe this element was first introduced in 2003 with the World City theme. It didn't exist in the 80s and the 90s, so it's much more difficult to make this look vintage than this grill look vintage. That's how I build, and that's my aesthetic. That's me personally, but I know that other people will have they have other techniques, and that's the great thing about building mocks. I prefer building mocks than building sets. And
so you would benefit more of buying them classic sets that kind of help you with the brick get going money.
Yeah, in fact, I used to store all of my foliage pieces in one of those classic cardboard boxes. I think it was one of the 30 Australian dollar sets, which I think would have been 20 US dollars. Can't remember the set name, but I did buy a bunch of the classic sets, the yellow boxes, because they have a bunch of basic bricks, just like how Minecraft has a bunch of basic bricks. But the classic sets are a lot more cheaper than Minecraft.
So I buy some classic sets. I actually, that's what I bought 34 of them since I've been collecting, so I can make my own stuff. I don't have I don't got a bunch of Lego stored up, but I got enough to mess around with. That's about it.
Hey, Seth.
Hey,
Seth always has an invite to the Mayo Hosko live stream if he ever wants to come on. Because I believe Seth is a part of the Misfits Mafia.
Seth is a Misfit Mafia guy. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Because I always enjoy talking to Seth. And what we were talking about with the basic bricks is with the classic boxes, I'm always running out of basic bricks. So that's why I'm always waiting to see if those 900 piece or those 1,500 piece brick boxes go on sale. And if they are at a price that I'm willing to pay, I'll buy them because I'm always running low on just basic bricks.
I'm going to tell you something. You know what's funny? At Walmart, I can spend $40 on I want to say a $750 set. I take that back. What was it? Let me look it up for you. I'll look it up for you because I don't want to tell you wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the 1,500 piece is cheaper than the next size down. I don't know why, but
I don't know why either, because that 1,500 piece set at Walmart is, I believe, only $40 US.
Yeah, it's only $40. Okay, right here. There's it's an animal.
And when Black Friday comes around, sometimes that set goes on 50% off sale.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the reason why Walmart prices that set so low is because nobody buys it.
Well, what's funny is that the next size down is a lot more. I mean, it's like $60. I could buy a 1,500 piece set for $40.
I think it's because the 1,500 piece set comes with a lot more smaller pieces, maybe.
It could be. It could
Maybe
be.
that's how Walmart justifies the cost, because I haven't seen any other American YouTubers buying that 1,500 piece classic set at any other store besides Walmart.
I bought three or four of them, so I can have a stock of if I want to ever build my own mock and stuff, and that's what I make my mocks out of, is that classic stuff. The museum, I got my Jurassic World, and my raptor cage is made out of it, and my lab is made out of them. That's what I build my mock building for that out of. And my own creation of the Jurassic World Park gates are made out of them classic sets.
Because I'm pretty sure that 1,500 piece classic box sells for about 90 Australian dollars, which is probably about maybe 75 US dollars or something. I'd have to check the conversion. Actually, no, it'd probably be more like 65 US dollars. So it's just ridiculously overpriced in this country, or Walmart can get it insanely cheap, or they have to price it insanely cheap because nobody buys it.
Yeah, it's got to be that. But they always have them.
Yeah, they always have them. It's always on the shelves at Walmart. I can not many times I find it on the shelves over here.
I can always find them every day. I mean, it seems like the stock is full there. I can go any time of the day and pick me up a box if I need to. I'll probably go ahead and do it one more time, because I've gone through all my whites and all that stuff. I need to get more assortment of them.
I think I read somewhere that set is actually a Walmart exclusive.
It may be. I don't know.
Because I always see some of the superheroes sets that are Target exclusives.
That's where I got this plate at. This is out of that 1,500 piece. You get like 8 of them. So that's the reason why. I mean, I like them little bitty plates to do stuff like that with.
Just found a drawer that I was looking for some of these modified 1x1 round tiles with the mini peg hole.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
And I'm missing my black 1x1, so they're probably in my room.
No, Seth, you're a cool dude, buddy.
I guess they're not there. Yes, I do have a favorite Lego color. It is sand green. Sand green, I would say.
My favorite Lego color would be green. Hunter green. Just the grass green. That's my favorite color anyway.
Well, I'd say that green is definitely my favorite color palette of all real colors and Lego colors, because I think lime green is probably overall my favorite color, but for some reason I don't really like lime green in Lego. I think it just doesn't look quite right.
No,
I think
it
it's
don't.
I think it's because the lime green in Lego is just a little bit too light for my liking. Well, actually, luckily for sand green aficionados like me, sand green has actually been produced in a lot more sets than it used to, and therefore the price of sand green has come down considerably. Because not a lot of people would remember this because they weren't in the Sig Fig or the Adpocalypse generation. But I remember when sand green on the Pick-a-Brick wall was exclusive to New York.
Yep, it is too light, Seth.
Now I can find sand green all day long on the Pick-a-Brick wall because not a lot of people buy it.
I don't know if you can see that. That's my favorite color, the green on the bottom of this. I like that green.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad that they changed the colors of the green base plate from the regular green to the bright green.
Yeah. I keep forgetting my camera's over there, so I'm trying to point my stuff at the computer. Oh yeah, my camera's over here.
Yeah, Seth also says that green is his favorite color, and he agrees that lime is too light. Because I think my favorite shade of green is probably the lime green from the old Lime Wire logo. That's a throwback. Does anyone else remember people like a Napster and LimeWire?
I remember Napster, but I don't remember LimeWire.
LimeWire and Kazaa came along after Napster got forced to shut down and the owners went to jail or whatever. And you could pay to get LimeWire Pro to deliver better search results and some other features, but because the internet is broken and criminals always figure a way out, you could get LimeWire Pro with LimeWire. I never used LimeWire because I didn't want to put a virus on my computer.
Yeah, I don't get on very many websites just for that reason.
And I'm just glad that modern computers made after the iPhone 4 now have such better cyber security than what they did in the 2000s, that the cyber security systems of ready to run laptops is so good that you don't need to buy a separate antivirus protection anymore. Because I remember people like Norton 360, which actually now switched from antivirus protection to VPN, and Trend Micro, and I think Adobe also had one. There were a bunch of others, but now Adobe has obviously branched off to all of their others, and a lot of the old antivirus protection companies have now moved over to the VPN, just like how telecommunications no longer charge for phone calls because charging for internet broadband instead is where the money is.
Yep.
So that's why they'll happily give you a phone contract with free domestic phone calls, because then they'll turn around and charge you $25 a month for 4 gigs of mobile data. Now looking for some corner plates. Corner plates. I keep them with my angle. Those are the hinge. Hey, what's this? Oh, this is where my food elements are. My printed food elements. So I think I have some flowers in here. Yes, I do. It's the time. It's been streaming for 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 29 seconds. So we'll go for another about 12 more minutes.
Sounds good, because I'm going to get off here pretty quickly.
Days. Where did I put my corners? I've got a whole pick-a-brick cup full of the white 2x2 corner plates because I can never get enough of those pieces. And I think I did a whole video. It was either in a video or it was in one of my live streams. So just go back and look at my previous videos. I want to say it was in the last 6 months, if that makes searching for it easier. Because when some of the states in Australia had lockdowns to drum up business in Lego stores where there weren't lockdowns, they had a buy two get one free on the pick-a-brick cups. And so when I saw that they had the white 2x2 corner plates on the pick-a-brick wall, I literally just shoved all of them into a cup and get as many as I can, because when I build things like shipping containers, I always need those pieces.
Right.
Because I build the old 4x8x4 shipping containers. I don't use the 6x10 or the 6x12 shipping containers because that's just too big and it doesn't fit on my trains and it doesn't fit on my tractor trailers.
Seth goes, do you think that by Lego making so many custom parts, it bypasses creative processes?
You could convince me that it does, but you could also convince me that it doesn't.
I think you could use new pieces and be creative and making your own things too. I mean,
yeah, because the more, I will say, it is frowned upon nowadays to build anything that looks blocky, because we have all of those magnificent curved slopes and other curved elements and all of the different types of wedge and angled plates.
my mock is blocky.
Yeah, but that's because that's by design. It's a vignette. And then, like what I was saying earlier before Seth got here, I was able to take vintage wheels and vintage windscreens, but use a modern style car chassis and the modified 1x4 plates with the extended 1x1 inverted slopes and use a combination of old and new pieces and make it look vintage. Oh, sorry. That was weird. There's a weird echo.
Thank you, Seth.
What is going on? Hello? What's going on? There's a weird echo. That was really weird.
Yeah.
I think it's because the Mario Hosko is acting up.
Uh-oh. Where you go, Mario?
So the Mario Hosko is going to have to go away for the last 8 minutes. And,
Yeah, but Bud, I'm going to get off here for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe if you want to just quickly plug your social media, then we can start to get on out of here.
All right, guys. Of course, it's the Clicking_Cliff here on YouTube. Right there's my name. And you can follow me on Instagram with the name and TikTok under the same name. That's where you can find me. I thank you all for showing up to the mayohosko stream. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Show them some love. All right, Mayo. Thank you for having me on, buddy.
No problem. It was great to have you on to extend the live stream by another hour.
Not a problem, buddy. Have a good one.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
And now it's just me, so I will see the stream out for the last 7 minutes. There's Yeti in the chat. So maybe we might prolong the live stream another half an hour if the Yeti decides to come on in. And we have Johnny G as well. So just well, now we're getting a bunch of, we've got 3 more people who've come in. So what do we do now then? Because okay, we dropped down to 3. I'm not eating candy right now, Johnny. That's such an obscure question to ask. So just let me know, Yeti, if you're going to bed or if you want to jump on. I'd be more than willing to let you jump on if you feel like it. Just let me know. Because I've got 2 hours before I have to have this whole dining table all cleared off. Gonna put some pieces away. I think it's in a drawer that's in another room. So I'm going to have to go to my room to get it. Actually, hang on a minute. I think I have a section elsewhere for the 1x2 Technic bricks. Yes, right here. I think I have a section for just grey ones. I thought I did. Okay, I just bundled them in with here. But I think eventually I'll have so much grey ones that they'll go into their own drawer. before clips. 1x1 clip plate. Bricks. Yes, here we go. Where is it? Here we go. There's one. I'm just gonna message someone on Instagram. Let me quickly see what time it is in Louisiana. It is 11 p.m. in Louisiana on a Saturday night. I'll wait till I get a response from Yeti. Do you want to come on in? Or are you going to spread the love elsewhere? If so, I'll end the stream and start packing up for the week. Wait till we get a response from the Cajun Yeti, because we saw him bob up in the comments. Actually, what I'll see is if he is on Hoosier Bricks live stream.
Right. I have these pieces. Show that again. I didn't get a good look.
Yeah.
Well, I think he got parts.
Okay.
That's Fred's colors for sure.
No, he's not there.
I have a cart.
Okay, he's seen my message. Because I have to start packing up in 2 hours anyway. Yep, just got a response that he's not going live tonight. Sorry. Oh, okay, sure. No problem. I got to start packing up. Good night. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching the live stream. So who do we have? We have Johnny G, the Cajun Yeti, Seth Bland, Thomas Davey, who was on the panel, Jody Smith, Aussie Bricks, Dan Smith, Will Harper, who was on the panel, Tasman Bricks, Click and Cliff, who was on the panel, and StreamYard. We also had Bricks on the panel. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to start packing this up because I got to get ready for work in the morning. So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next live stream, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. You guys have been awesome. End stream. Actually, what I'll do before that is I'll do this.